Make sure he is PIA. Stop throwing music.
Oh my god! Oh god!
Is that me? I died! Screw you, Jake! Fucking retard. That's what you are.
No, you can't. You cannot put this on YouTube.
Hey guys! A brand new video. Today we're gonna be doing Naruto debates. Believe it.
What's going on, guys? TeamSouth here, and today we're going to be doing a Naruto debate if you didn't notice. But we're not going to be doing any Naruto debate. Like, could fucking
Itachi beat Madara?
Or some fucking stupid shit like Sasori is the strongest member of the Akatsuki. No, he's not. Strong, but he's not that bad. What we're doing is one that I've never seen been asked before. Asuma, just versus Kakashi. But not any form of Kakashi, because you're not going to put him against Dual Mangekyo Sharingan Kakashi. You're putting him against the start Land of Waves Kakashi, or at the start of Shippuden Kakashi. Both of them. We're gonna do the two, because I feel like each one could have a different possible answer. Now I'm just gonna go out with a statement. I'm not gonna say crushes, but I believe that Asuma at the start of the series probably beat Kakashi, and Land of Waves are.
Bruh. I love Kakashi. Kakashi's my favorite character.
I've been really trying, baby.
And I'm just gonna have to sit there and say there's no fucking way.
So you're going on this straight with bias.
No.
You're not going into this as if you know nothing about their character, just their strength.
Well, I do know things about their character. I just say that Kakashi would beat him.
Because Asuma, the difference between like Kakashi and Asuma is that Asuma has no signs of growth at all in the series. He has the exact same moves from the day you meet. That's it. He doesn't grow as a character.
Well, he never shows in part one the Buddha thing.
Yeah, but he didn't show it. That doesn't mean he didn't have it. He had that. Oh, I didn't get that. I believe that also because.
Okay, why would Asuma beat Kakashi?
Okay, first off, as we're gonna base this off, we're gonna go off of fights that they've had. They have never faced someone. They've never faced the same people.
Okay, let's go off of Asuma and Hidan.
Yeah, we're gonna go off of Asuma and Hidan. Asuma clearly beats Hidan. That the fight was over. Asuma decapitated Hidan. That's it. He would have been dead. The only reason why is because it took 3 Chunin to deal with Kakazu, and then Kakazu easily just destroyed all 3 of them, and then could just reattach Hidan's head. If it was just a 1v1 between Asuma and Hidan, which it was, Asuma won. But then after Hidan got put back together, it was done because he had the help of Hidan. He had the help of Kakazu. So Hidan did not win that fight unless it was for the support of Kakazu. Meanwhile, would you say that Zabuza is weaker than Naruto, or would you say that Zabuza is weaker than Kakashi or Hidan? Because who do you think would? I believe that
Zabuza would.
Zabuza could also beat Hidan.
Yeah, and Kakashi beat Hidan.
And
Kakashi beat Zabuza.
No, he didn't. In the first part, he successfully beat him when their first encounter. If it wasn't for Naruto and Sasuke's intervention, Zabuza would have won.
Well, yeah, but Kakashi was also defending Naruto. Like he had to fight with the fact that he couldn't get distracted by Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and the bridge builder behind him. If it was just a 1v1, it would have been easier, but Kakashi had the burden of a Genin squad. And even then, on the second encounter, Kakashi wiped the floor with Zabuza.
Yeah, he did wipe the, for the most part, Zabuza did. Yeah, he did pretty good until at the end, after Haku dies, Zabuza absolutely gets washed. Every attempt he made, Kakashi easily deflected it and then beat it.
Yeah.
But before Haku dies, Zabuza was fairly say he was winning.
So straight up, what does Asuma have in lieu of taijutsu? He has his ash thing.
His burning ash.
Burning ash.
His literal
chakra blades.
His literal moveset based around close quarters combat, taijutsu.
Kakashi, Sharingan, Taijutsu, can predict his movements. It's just Kakashi's an absolute god in Taijutsu. He has Shadow Clone Jutsu, Fireball Jutsu. He has like thousands of jutsu. Kakashi of the Sharingan, copycat
Yeah,
ninja.
you could say, oh, Kakashi of the Sharingan has these amazing jutsus, but you only see him very rarely use any. He may have copied them. But
Okay, so
he wouldn't use
even
them.
the ones we've seen him use.
He uses
part one,
Mud
part
Wall.
one, Mud Wall Jutsu, Water Dragon Jutsu, Water Vortex Jutsu, which is absolute fucking monstrous. Chidori, Fireball Jutsu, Summoning's Jutsu. I don't know if there's anything else. What else is there? Shadow Clone Jutsu,
Shadow Clone Jutsu also.
Substitution Jutsu.
He doesn't use Rasengan until after the time skip.
Well, yeah, he doesn't use it, and he doesn't use it anyway because he uses Chidori. So what does Asuma have? Kakashi whips out Chidori with his Sharingan.
Asuma has his amazing, like, when he aims his chakra blades, he can turn them into actual long-ass blades. Instead of just, like, little knives.
Well, Kakashi can
He
also
can turn
do
that. He can do.
also do that with
I don't
his
even know what the name of that is. Like the
lightning knife.
No, what the fuck is that even called? Like that.
The Great Buddha stance.
Yeah, the Great Buddha stance.
Something
With
to
the
do with that.
Buddha arms. That
Buddha arms.
could, if he did that, that could beat. Like Zabuza, not Zabuza. Like we're gonna go off of with Kakazu. Kakazu was beating Kakashi after Kakashi got that one strike with got one of his heart, and he also had the help of Ino and Choji, which you can't say.
They weren't helping much.
They didn't help much. You can't expect much from Choji and Ino as like assistants. But Kakazu was beating Kakashi. Kakazu could have defeated Kakashi.
I don't know. Kakashi was still. The result of the fight was still a little bit, because around the end, like he could have pulled maybe a few things out of his ass, but then Naruto and Yamato showed up and finished off Kakazu.
But the problem is that like with like I don't remember the name.
But how does this relate to
with that? Because if you remember in the anime, when Kakazu and Hidan went to go get one of the it was one of the Guardian Shinobi 12. It was Asuma's teammate who was weaker and had a lower bounty than Asuma. He had 5 million less yen on his bounty. Which, bounty doesn't mean everything.
I mean, you also have to consider
strength.
the fact that he's a Saratobi and is the son of the third Hokage.
Well, that too. But if you go purely off of that, when he used that move against both Hidan and Kakazu, he defeated both of them. Well, he didn't defeat them, but he hit both of them. And Kakazu easily like blitzed Shikamaru.
Okay, we're talking about Shikamaru here. I mean, like,
Yeah, you can't he doesn't have many speed feats, but you can't.
so let's look at this. Let's look at this. Kakashi, manhandle.
No. Kakashi, Hidan was keeping up with Kakashi in a fight. They were both. So you can't you can't say speed is everything. Hidan lost to Asuma, but then when he was facing Kakashi in a 1v1 and had the assistance of Shikamaru on his side to try and help a bit when he was doing like that water thing to get one of them stuck, Kakashi was still losing that fight until the plan got enacted, and then he went against Kakazu by himself after he had to save both Ino and Choji when they were being choked.
Well, yeah, but that's because he caught him by surprise because Kakashi was trying to protect Naruto and Sasuke.
What do you mean, Naruto and Sasuke? Against who?
When fucking Kakashi and Zabuza? You're talking about in the water fucking prison?
No, I'm talking about with Kakazu. How after Shikamaru went with Hidan into the forest where Shikamaru went and absolutely destroyed Hidan.
What do you mean the water thing?
Not water thing. I was talking about you remember how he had the water scroll that he put down and then he put some chakra into it and it made them stuck on it?
Oh yeah.
He also helped.
That one guy from Naruto. But not that guy.
No, Shikamaru did it.
The other guy.
When he was facing both Hidan and Kakazu.
Oh, okay, yeah. I get what
After Shikamaru left with Hidan, it was only Kakazu, Kakashi, Ino, and Choji.
Mm-hmm.
Choji and he had to save both Choji and Ino from Kakazu, who was using his hand jutsu to choke them both. But then he saved them, and then they dipped over to one of the trees. They're like, fuck this. Kakashi can do it. And then Kakashi versus Kakazu. Kakazu was beating him. The only reason...
Kakashi was holding his ground.
No. Do you remember Kakashi was gonna die? Kakashi was literally about to die. He was literally about to get killed by Kakazu, but then it was right as Shikamaru did the blood thing, and Kakazu got stabbed in one of his hearts by Hidan when Shikamaru traded the blood with Kakazu, so that he got stabbed, which gave he's like and he got hurt because he just got stabbed in one of his hearts, which gave Kakashi enough leeway to get out of there, just enough. And then that's when Naruto came in and fucking Rasen Shuriken and just completely demolishes Kakazu.
Yeah. But like, so what would Asuma in his arsenal be able to do against, like, because Asuma's chakra blades, Kakashi has chakra blades as well with his lightning, and he has Chidori. That's so they should probably like counter that or something.
Yeah, but you see the difference.
How would Asuma...
the difference between Asuma's chakra blades and Chidori is that with Chidori, you most likely when he does Chidori or lightning blade, he's like Chidori.
No, he does the with his kunai.
Yeah, he doesn't do that in part 1. He only does that in part 2.
Okay, well,
That's part 2 Kakashi. We're talking about.
He's infusing his chakra into his kunai. You think he can't do that in part 1?
He can do that. But Asuma, that's literally his thing. So you're gonna try and tell me that Kakashi can do that just as good as Asuma with one kunai. Meanwhile, Asuma has 2 chakra blades, which are like they're meant to be like
True.
And he can do his chakra enough to make it into this big ass like long chakra blade. Meanwhile, little kunai.
Okay, well, Kakashi, like I already mentioned this. Kakashi has the Sharingan.
Kakashi does have it. Okay, the Sharingan is not that.
3 Tomoe Sharingan.
3 Tomoe Sharingan. Okay, Zabuza. Okay, we're doing this. Zabuza against Kakashi with the Sharingan. Zabuza beat him.
But Kakashi wiped him in the second fight.
But
Wiped him absolutely.
He did not wipe him the entire fight. It's not because he went in.
He wiped him. Water Dragon Jutsu. His Water Dragon. I'm pretty sure they fucking clashed. Then he did the Water Vortex Jutsu.
No, this is after Zabuza. Are you talking about when, like, after he got out of the water prison? Or are you talking about the second fight on the Great Naruto Bridge?
This was after they got out of the water.
Okay. You're gonna try and tell me that Zabuza is gonna be at the top of his game after he thinks he's the luckiest person on earth. Not only does he have Kakashi of the Sharingan, the copy ninja, which is worth like 35 million Ryu, in a water prison, can kill him, and he also has the money that he's about to get.
Fine, it threw him off. And we get it.
And he also has the money that he would be getting after killing the bridge builder, and the only thing in between that is 3 Genin, yet somehow they outsmart him. That would absolutely fuck your mind up and would cause you to be like, what the fuck? And then you'd die. And then you'd lose. Which happened. And Haku did the whole thing to kill him and came in and saved him.
But what about their second fight? Their second fight, Kakashi was about to win, but then Haku interfered. Kakashi literally was about to destroy him.
Yeah, he was about to destroy him. But then after that, he had so much grief. And then the whole Naruto speech thing, Talk Jutsu, for the first time we ever see it. And then Zabuza turns into a good guy and goes and kills.
Kakashi was just about to beat fucking Zabuza. That was a true 1v1. That was a true
1v1, yes.
Kakashi, without having to defend anyone else, fighting Zabuza on his own, Zabuza got saved by Haku. He would have died.
Zabuza would have died, yes.
Kakashi's stronger than Zabuza.
Yeah, Kakashi, at that point, yes, was stronger than Zabuza after he did a little bit of healing and stuff.
Zabuza's stronger than Hidan.
Yes, and Zabuza is strong. I would say that Zabuza is stronger than Hidan.
Okay, and so Asuma and Zabuza and Kakashi should be somewhere around the same level.
Yeah. I would say probably
out of 10. How many times?
Out of 10, I would say Asuma would win 6 times, and Kakashi would only win 4. Now, if you get into,
I mean, you also know that he has the gates. He's shown the first gate because he can do which gate?
The primary lotus.
You can use the primary lotus.
Which is the first gate. It's not that big a deal.
Well, I mean, you can do the primary.
Okay, I would say it would either be Asuma wins 4, 5, or 6 times. It's that big of it's a small difference, or they're stalemating.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Like burning at everyone talks about Inferno style or Matarasu. Fireball Jutsu. Burning Ash, I would say, is stronger than Fireball Jutsu. Burning Ash, Burning Ash is
They're completely different jutsu.
Yeah. Well, one is like Asuma's. If you look at everything in Asuma's arsenal, what are they? Close quarters combat, chakra blades, burning ash, which comes out 15 feet, ting, blows up. He's got the hands thing, which is like a defensive system. The Buddha hands, which come out and hit the enemies. And does he also have the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu?
I don't know. I don't think he does. I don't think he's shown to have that.
It wouldn't be like that difficult of a thing for him to learn. Like, it's
Okay,
his dad's jutsu.
but then I think as soon as we go into beginning of Shippuden,
Yeah, I'd say at beginning of Shippuden, that's when it gets like iffy. Like that's when Asuma gets beat, because that's when Kakashi he never uses Rasengan in battle, but he has Rasengan. He's got Kamui, which he can only use like once at the start of Shippuden.
Yeah,
you can only use it like once,
and that's
like that was just to show that he got strong between the start of Shippuden and his fight with Pain. He used it twice. Which
no, I think he used it more than that.
no, he didn't. He used it twice. He used it the first time with the rock. He used it the first time with the nail, when he was about to get killed with the nail, and then the second time he used it to get the rocket, because he says he's gonna be done if he uses this rocket. Like he's already about to fucking die, but then he uses the rocket to get Choji so that he can relay information to Tsunade, which allows him.
And he also used a lot of chakra in there.
Yeah.
So first part, Kakashi, he's basically the same, except he has Kamui as a finishing move at the end. I'd say that
I do not. There is not a single like Asuma is not fast at all. Like he's like regular speed. Like he's nothing special in speed. He would absolutely get destroyed by Kamui, because Kakashi would like the closer isn't like I know Kamui like regardless like where you're looking it goes. So regardless of whether
like that one time when he got Datara. That was a good distance. That was a good distance away.
And I don't think
he sniped that.
And just sniped
So
his arm off.
so if this was like close quarters fight, which Asuma's really good at. If they were like fighting, and let's say like he does the Buddha thing, and then Kakashi's able to like somehow maneuver out of the way, or at that point he could just be like, you know what, fuck it, Kamui, snipe his head off.
Because Kamui like does it, it's instantaneous. So it doesn't matter whether I'm trying to get this mic or I'm trying to get that Xbox in the corner over there. It's gonna go in the exact same amount of time. It doesn't have to travel. It's just there.
Yeah. So it's like, so let's say for part one Kakashi. It's 7 times Kakashi. 6 or 7 times Kakashi wins.
No.
Really?
No.
He can use it's at least 6 times. Kakashi wins 6 times. Definitely 6 out of 10.
I can't give 6 out of 10. I do not believe.
How? Kamui in each and every single
He doesn't
time.
have Kamui yet.
He does at this part 1?
Part 1, he does not have Kamui
No,
yet.
part 2.
Part 2, yes, he does.
In
Part 2,
Shippuden,
I would
beginning
say,
of Shippuden.
Shippuden, he would win 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of
Shippuden
10.
9 times. I was giving him beginning of Shippuden. I'd give him 7 times out of 10.
7 or 8. I'd say 8 or 7. Like,
Okay.
There's no denying that.
Okay, 7 or 8.
That's what
7 or 8
Kakashi
times.
gets.
There we go.
Strong.
7 or 8 times in beginning of Shippuden, and any time after that to closer to the Pain arc or War arc,
There's no way that Asuma wins.
Asuma doesn't win. Not maybe if he's extremely lucky with plot armor, or like he's able to talk into a Jutsu Kakashi. Maybe it's like 1 time.
Yeah.
But no, it's Kakashi wipes the floor. Absolutely. He's able to go against fucking.
He flicks the cigarette in Kakashi's eye, causing the Sharingan to deactivate, and then he
The
cuts
Sharingan doesn't deactivate. It just shuts his eyes.
No, it just shuts his eye, and it deactivates. He can't use Kamui for like 10 seconds. He's overwhelmed, and then Asuma just cuts his head off. Boom. Done though.
That's it.
And then part 1, Land of Waves Kakashi, I would say 50, because they're both
Stalemate or
They're stalemate because-
stalemate or 4 times out of 10.
stalemate or 4 times out of 10. You can
Kakashi
go either
wins.
way. Because if Kakashi is shown at the start, he wasn't supposed to, like originally. I don't think Kishimoto had in mind.
He was meant to be.
He was meant to be to show you
Jonin.
what a Jonin is, a just above average ninja. Nothing special until they get completely ridiculous at the War arc and being a Jonin.
After the Pain arc,
After the Pain arc, if you're a Jonin, above average ninja, you're pretty much fucking useless. But even at Kage, you are.
Like at the end of Naruto, even Kage level ninjas are like, oh,
They're
but
fodder.
You're
They're
not as
fodder
strong as
characters.
Natsuki. Can you beat Kaguya though?
But could he beat Kage? Unless you have a fucking Sharingan, Renegon, or
Wood style,
Hashirama cells, or something fucking
If you
Sage.
if you don't have any type of Sage mode or Hashirama cells or Ocular Ninjutsu or Kekkei Genkai, you're basically a fucking fodder ninja. That's just it. You're basically fodder.
Unless you're Rock Lee with the 8 gates.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're 8th gate person. Other than that, you're pretty much fucking useless. Well, no, you're not useless, but like, yeah.
I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, I'd say that wraps it up.
So Asuma versus Land of Waves Kakashi, Part 1 Kakashi, is about Kakashi wins 4 times out of 10 or 5 times out of 10. Stalemate. Shippuden Kakashi, that's definitely 7, 8 times out of 10. There we go, 7.5. He wins 7.5% of the time. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the video. No more rambling.